Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the tales of the mysterious Bogeyman. The Bogeyman is described in stories as monsters that were designed to frighten and terrorise misbehaving children. Tales of the Bogeyman have been used for many centuries all across the world to influence children to behave as their parents ask. It exists as one of the most well-known and feared creatures of all time. It is said that the Bogeyman was first talked about during the 1500s, but is suspected to have existed for many years before that. The word Bogeyman seems to go back to around the 1500s in England as a reference to the hobgoblins. Hobgoblins are actually quite friendly or limited to light-hearted pranks, but there are tales of hobgoblins who are much more vile in nature. These creatures were said to torment humans and sometimes frightening a person to death. In some of the cases for the British Bogeyman, it's known to become friendly with the individuals living in the home instead of causing harm to the children for misbehaving. The Bogeyman is described as a shadow that takes on a shape as a very feared monster. They are known as one of the most feared creatures of all time. Every culture's tale of the Bogeyman has its own twists and turns, while the tendencies stay the same. The Bogeyman has different names in different parts of the world, each with their own tales. In Spain, it is known as the Sack Man, who is described as an ugly gaunt man who is said to kidnap children in broad daylight and carry them away in a sack. He is said to either eat the children or sell them. In North America, the Bogeyman is believed to haunt and terrorise children who misbehave. It is said that the Bogeyman gets its powers from feeding off the fear of the children he terrorises, like Monsters Inc. Another creature who is like the Bogeyman is the Nama Hedge, who is a Japanese demon who preys on children who are disobedient, prone to crying, or just lazy. The Nama Hedge is known to steal crops and disobedient children during the New Year. They are known to roam city streets during the night and calling out, "Are there any crybabies?" Another mythological creature which is similar to the Bogeyman is known as the Baba Yaga, who is known to roam the Slavic countries such as Russia. She is a witch with a powerful connection to the forest where she roams, taking on a role of an old woman, and is very known to eat young children that have wandered into her forest. Every country and culture have different descriptions on what they believe the Bogeyman looks like. Some have said to have long claws, which is usually used to scratch against window panes in the middle of the night to terrorise the children. Some cultures believe that it's a female entity, while others believe it's a male entity. There are some tales that suggest that the Bogeyman is neither female or male, rather it's a shadow-like figure which builds upon children's biggest fear while hiding under their bed or lurking behind the doorway. The term Bogeyman is generally used to describe fearsome things. The Bogeyman itself is known from the 15th century. Though the Bogeyman stories are almost certainly much older, it's impossible to pin down the exact origins of the Bogeyman. This is because of the nature of the tales and the often indistinct or changing nature of the monster. It is impossible to trace the character to a single origin in any culture, much less globally. It is generally thought that the Bogeyman was invented to serve as a caution or deterrent to children, by warning children that the Bogeyman will catch them if they stray into the dark woods. For instance, parents might ensure that the children are cautious about where they go and when. Some Bogeymen will only give children a terrifying reminder, like scratching on their window panes at night, appearing as a shadow that lurks in their bedroom, or chasing them when they've wandered too far away from home in the middle of the night. Other Bogeymen are said to be much more sinister, making it even more important for children to mind their parents' instructions. These Bogeymen have a taste for naughty children and will often sneak into their rooms to carry them away into the night. These children are often never found again and said to have been eaten by the Bogeyman. It is said the best way to be safe from the Bogeyman is to have a light near at all times to keep the creature away, because they are best known to strike in physical darkness. And the children must have a very strong will to not remain afraid of the Bogeyman, so he seems less likely to strike. It's all about manifestation. Though there are some to believe that the Bogeyman myths are inspired by real creatures, the majority of people believe the Bogeyman is nothing more than a tale told by parents who want to scare their children into behaving. Comment below on your belief of the mysterious Bogeyman, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.